Alrighty, welcome back, folks. We have entered a Frenchie 5, a $2 tournament, $10,000 to first place. We're drafting out of the 10 hole in this 12-man pod. Starts off, Jameer Gibbs goes first, then Bijan Robinson, Puka Nakua, Jamar Chase. Little flip of ADP there with those two. Probably JSN coming off right here, if I had to take a guess. But I would imagine that we're looking at a Jefferson, Genty, something along those lines. Maybe a James Cook. Maybe do two RBs. That's what I tend to do when I'm around the 1-2 turn, the back half of the draft board. Taylor and McCaffrey go. Amon-Ra, we're up. And Justin Jefferson does fall to us, so I think we are going to snag him. Probably my most drafted wide receiver at the top of the board is probably Justin Jefferson. I'm bullish on the Kyler going to the Vikings this season. And I think Justin Jefferson is up for one of his best seasons to date. He's got all the talent. Everyone knows that. And if we just get a competent Kyler, we should be good to go. All right, we're on the clock. We're going to grab a running back here in Kenneth Walker. Boom, Kenneth Walker, come on down to the squad. So we got a little Vikings-Chiefs start. Got options for Mahomes, options for Kyler. I like both of those quarterbacks this year, and Mahomes is going at quite a value as of late. Hampton goes after Walker, Drake London, the big dog, Chase Brown, then Bowers at 20. A.J. Brown goes after Bowers, then Jeremiah Love. So we're going to work at trying to get Kyler and probably Mahomes as well to set up the two stacks there. Hopefully Kenneth Walker will get a little more receiving work this year and be the bell cow for the Chiefs, at least for this team. 2-3 turn, Nico goes, and then ETN right after him to the team drafting out of the one hole. He goes Jameer Gibbs, Nico Collins, ETN. George Pickens goes for the 2-hole. All right, we're about to be up. After Pickens went McBride, Olave, Devonta Smith, T. Higgins, Igbuka, and Kyron Williams. We're up in one pick. Here we are. We got Tet, Garrett Wilson, Zay Flowers, Rashee. I think we're going to go Garrett Wilson for the Week 17 correlation. Grab him real quick. With Minnesota and Jefferson, and if it comes back around, I think this is a Rashee team, potentially. We shall see. Get Kenneth Walker and Rashee. Josh Allen goes at the 311. That guy after him takes Rashee, so there goes our dreams there. Maybe it was meant to be, though. Rashee is in jail, and who knows what the hell would happen with him. Zay Flowers goes, and I think we're going to take Elad McConkey. That's also a Week 17 correlation with Kenneth Walker and the Chiefs, so kind of get what we were wanting with Garrett Wilson there, so good correlation with both those guys. So things are panning out well. Our next couple picks, we might want to grab some running backs, at least one. After Ladd McConkey went, after I took Ladd McConkey, Tate goes Tetaroa, Tate, Tote. Then Josh Jacobs, the potential suspendee. Scatabo, that wild man, Luther Burden, McLaurin, Travion Henderson, Mike Evans, go. And we're up at the 4-5 turn. Let's see what the one hole takes. He goes Loveland, and then we shall see. DJ Moore. Interesting move. I have not taken a lot of DJ Moore. Definitely could be and was traded to be the wide receiver one in Buffalo. I just don't know if he's got that alpha wide receiver one vibe. But who knows? I wouldn't be the first time I'd be wrong. Montgomery goes, waiting on the 4 hole. They take Swift. We're really, for us, going at the 5-10 this round. We're hoping to snag someone like Byshell Tootin. That would really would be who we have our eyes on. I would really like that start if we could snag Tootin. Christian Watson goes 5-7. They take Bucky, and we are up. Judkins just goes, and we're going to be able to get Tootin. Very nice. Very, very nice. So to start so far, we have Justin Jefferson, Kenneth Walker, Garrett Wilson, Ladd McConkey, and Byshell Tootin. I'm liking this start. I'm liking it a lot. The vibe is good with this squad. The real question is, what are we going to do on this next pick? Mahomes' ADP is right around 90, so we'll probably take him next couple turns after this one, and we're on the clock. I think we're going to go Makai Lemon. Rookie in Philly, dealing with a little bit of a hamstring injury right now, but got tons of time. Lots of time left this summer. I think he's going to be just fine come training camp and ready to rock for the beginning of the year. A.J. Brown's departure leaves some targets to be had, and we shall see. We'll see if Devonta Smith can take over that alpha role, or if it's going to be more of a split, at least come the second half of the season. Brian Thomas goes, Parker Washington, Tyler Warren, and we get a big run of QBs here. 5 in a row. Williams, Daniels, Burrow, May, Hurts. Then we get to the 6-7 turn where Marvin Harrison goes and Chuba Hubbard to the gentleman drafting out of the first slot. Now, we're really just hoping that Mahomes comes back around here. I don't think we're going to push him because we have the gentleman in the 12 hole that has Rashee, and we don't want to risk not getting him. So that will be our next pick if he's available to us. And then after that, we might go running back. Just depends on who's there for us to take. Metcalf goes. Tony Pollard goes. Ramondre. The running backs are going. Looking a little bleak for your boy here at the 7-8 turn. But hopefully we'll get Mahomes and then just kind of take the best available person, I would think. Or in my opinion, the best available person. All right, Mahomes is there, and we are going to take him. There is a huge... Actually, fuck that. We're going Herbert with McConkey. More value there, and we're probably going to lose Mahomes to the Rice drafter. If not, that will be a blessing, but there was just massive ADP value on Herbert there. Actually, there really wasn't. There really, really wasn't. That's right where he normally goes. I don't know what I was thinking, but I like the McConkey Herbert stack, and there goes Mahomes, like I predicted, the Rice guy. Um, but it's all good. It is all good. All right, up for us now. Um, let's see here. We're gonna go Trevor Lawrence with the stack with Tootin. Get our quarterbacks out of the way. Don't like any other picks. All right, really a really weird move there for me. I was planning on going Mahomes and then last second audible to Herbert with the McConkey stack. Maybe it'll work out for me. You know, maybe Mahomes doesn't throw that many passes to Walker, you know, like is traditional with him when he was on the Seahawks. But we'll see. I'm just telling myself that. And then we'll see if Lawrence lights Tootin up with that stack. Hopefully that's the case for us. Either way, we've got two stacks going with each of our quarterbacks. Well, one stack apiece, but two stacks total. After I took Lawrence goes Addison, Downs, Pearsall, Godwin, Corum, QJ. Then RJ Harvey goes after QJ, Harold Fannin. We're here at the 8-9 turn. And Manungai goes. The gentleman drafting out of the one slot takes Purdy. Is that a naked Purdy? I believe that is a naked Purdy. Interesting move. I guess he's going to try to backstack him, possibly. Maybe with the Stribling or a Kittle or something like that. Jackson Dart goes after him. J.K. Dobbins, Sam Laporta, Dobbins. The staph infection himself going out of the 9-5 spot. Pittman Jr. And it may seem crazy, but we are going to take Kyler this next pick and get our quarterbacks all out of the way. So 3 straight quarterbacks for us. Kind of wild. Not something I do ordinarily. That Mahomes little extravaganza the last couple picks kind of threw me for a loop. But we have a quarterback room of Kyler Murray stacked with Justin Jefferson, Justin Herbert stacked with Ladd McConkey, and Trevor Lawrence stacked with the boy Byshell Tootin. We're going to want to grab a running back here when we can at the 10-3. Xavier Worthy goes for the gentleman that has Mahomes. He's also stacked with Rice, so double stack there for Mahomes for him. And he takes Jordan Love as well. Gainwell goes, and now it's on us. And I think we're going to risk it for the biscuit and take Jonathan Brooks. I've been saying I am not sure. I'm kind of afraid to take him. I see the upside, but man, the guy has not played a lot of time in the NFL. So it's really a roll of the dice. And maybe he can work his way into a productive role for Carolina. That would be very helpful for our squad. Old C-Rod. Is that guy's foot super messed up or what? There's just talking, a lot of speaking about the foot injury. Hopefully for my boy Tootin, that's going on. Don't wish any ill will on anyone, but that would be good for my boy Tootin. I would like that for this squad. Isaiah Likely goes at the 11-1. Turning the corner into the 11th round. And coming up here for us, we currently have a 3-3-4 build, no tight ends, so we might want to be looking at some tight ends, possibly another running back or receiver. We'll just see what we have for us. maybe a Travis Hunter team. Since we have Lawrence, but let's just see. I think we might go Travis Hunter, Aronde Gadsden, and stack up both of our boys, knock out the tight end, and go for some massive upside in Travis Hunter. I think that's the move. I think we just landed on the move. Boom. Second year. Number 2 draft pick overall last year. He's got all the talent in the world to succeed. And let's see if he can bounce back from the injury last year when he was just starting to kind of get cooking. And now we're going to take Gadsden to stack up with Herbert. Boom. There we go. So we got double stacks with Herbert, double stack with Lawrence, and then we got the Kyler with Jefferson up top, which, this team's kind of rounding out for us. We didn't get the Mahomes like we wanted to, but that wasn't necessarily going to be the best stack ever in the world with Walker anyways. So I'm kind of liking how this is turning out. Not too shabs. Not too shabs. Another QB run goes here at the 12th round. Willis goes, Ward goes, Darnold goes, Stroud goes, Daniel Jones goes. Sitting here, I'm kind of glad we knocked those quarterbacks out right there in the middle on the 7th, 8th, and 9th round. But, we'll see if that comes and bites us in the butt later. And we're coming up here in a few picks. What do we want to do? We got the 3-3-5-1 currently. Good on quarterbacks. Probably could grab a running back or a tight end. Could use both. Could also snag a receiver. Maybe we push some more of our eggs into the Jacksonville basket and grab Brennan Strange for another tight end. I think we're going to do that. Grab Brennan Strange. All right, welcome to the squad, Brennan. And coming here at the 13-14 turn. And we could Hawkinson goes. I was going to say we could have grabbed Hawkinson for the stack with Kyler, but I think what we're going to do is grab a running back here and go Tajay Spears. Should be okay. Can't ask for too much from a running back in the 14th round with how early running backs go this year. But I think he should get okay work in Tennessee. Hopefully their offense gets it going a little better this year than last year with Cam Ward in his sophomore year becoming a little more healthy. Not healthy, but just competent in the NFL. Debo goes at 166. Dalton Schultz right after him. We're at the 14-15 turn. He grabs Sharbs, and who is he going to follow it up with? With Geno, a little bit of Gene for him. This guy still, I'm pretty sure, has a naked Purdy, which is just so odd to me. Yep, straight up naked Purdy. Does he have any Jets either? No Jets. So a naked Purdy and a naked Geno Smith for the gentleman in the first slot. Interesting. Bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off. Sean Tucker goes at 173. Pretty set right now. Probably need a wide receiver. maybe double tap wide receiver here. There aren't really any running backs that I'm super excited to grab. I think we're going to grab the boy Gunnar Helm. Get a little correlation with Tajay. Should be a nice breakout year for Gunnar with Chig gone. As I said, Ward coming into his sophomore year. I like the possible upside for Gunnar this year. So that'll cap us at our third tight end. I don't think we're going to be taking 4. So now we can kind of just take the receiver I was talking about needing. And I think we're going to grab Jeremy Bernard, the rookie. Big upside there, hopefully. Hopefully the boy Rogers can pepper that guy enough to make him relevant on our squad. That man's final rodeo. Let's make it count for the boy Jeremy. Or Jeremy, however you say that man's name. Dulcich goes at 186. Ray Davis following right behind. Jerry Jeudy goes 190. Coming up to the 16-17 turn. Who's he going to take? Njoku. All right. I think that guy's kind of toast. But who knows? Maybe he'll resurge. Guy definitely was talented for sure. Probably still is talented, but I just don't see him doing too much at the Chargers. Terrence Ferguson goes. That guy Ferguson is just slowly creeping up the board. People are becoming privy to the potential upside of that guy. Gesicki goes right after him. We're up here in 2 picks. Probably going to go receiver, running back to finish. And we're going to snag Ted Hurst, rookie in Tampa, who could potentially break out the second half of the year. That wide receiver room is, I think, a lot of opportunity there. With Ibuka kind of falling off at the second half of last year. Godwin could be the man there. Could be injury prone, not prone, but just recovering still from the injury. May not be the same dude. All right, who we want to finish with? The patented Marshawn Lloyd pick, I think, is where we're going to wrap things up. Banking again on the Jacobs getting suspended or just taking a step back from last year. Totally possible. And then Marshawn Lloyd maybe staying healthy and doing something. You know, he could definitely be the second guy in Green Bay, but who knows? And we'll see where this draft wraps up and then run through the team real quick. Alrighty, so our squad, we went Justin Jefferson, Kenneth Walker, Garrett Wilson, Ladd McConkey, Byshell Tootin, Lemon on the Eagles, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Kyler Murray, Jonathan Brooks, Travis Hunter, Rhonda Gadsden, Brennan Strange, Tajay Spears, Gunnar Helm, Jeremy Bernard, Ted Hurst, and Marshawn Lloyd to wrap it up. Got some decent stacks. We got Herbert stacked with McConkey and Gadsden. I like that a lot. We got Lawrence stacked with Tootin and the boy Travis Hunter and Brennan Strange. So that's a pretty mighty stack there. Let me move this over for you boys. But yeah, we'll run down that real quick one more time. of course, Kyler Murray stacked up with Justin Jefferson. But yeah, I like the squad. The audible from Mahomes, I think, kind of worked out. So, you know, not too shabby at all. And I think we got a pretty decent shot of advancing out of this pod. And yeah, I appreciate everyone watching. And you'll be getting another draft here shortly. But keep an eye out, keep a lookout, and smash the like button, as they say. And we'll be catching you later. Peace.